Hello guys, hello, so sorry. um my supply went off, my energy supply went off for a while, and it delayed us, but we're back. Get everyone on, share the link. Let me just call on my community. Hello, good morning. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm doing great. Can you hear me? Good morning, Emmanuel. Good morning, Deborah. Oh, great, great, great. Let me just announce that we're back. Welcome. Hi. How are you? Pilot, I see you. Mohammed, I see you. Welcome, everyone. Share the link. Share the link. Let's get this across to anyone interested. And, a lot of people will also be liberated from this platform. That's the goal. I hope you guys are onto something with your EU and GU. I hope you're onto something with your EU and GU. Morning, Hamza. Did you guys take that trade? Did you guys take that trade? If you took the trade, put some fires in that chat box. Come on. Not this one. It's this one. Morning, morning, morning. Oh, I'm so sorry, Hamza. You didn't take the trade? No. GU has almost hit our TP again. I mean, I don't know. This is one of the best. I got into early on EU. I got stopped out before going up. But did you re-enter the trade? Did you re-enter the trade? Did you re-enter the trade? Oh no, I'm so sorry, Marcel. I'm so sorry. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Just put it in the chat box where you're tuning in from. Share the link. Share the link as much as you like, and then tap on the like button. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Let's go. Don't worry, Big Marcel. There's always something in the market for you to get back into. So let's go back to business. So we are almost at TP with our GU again. We're almost at TP with our GU again. I was thinking she would come and give us a new high, but of course that pullback is very necessary. So for those that didn't get in, I don't know what I can do. Let's see. So let's break this down. We're going to use this and see if we can catch something. I doubt, but let's see. It's already almost done. But looking at this, we can clearly see a break of structure here. All right. Change of character. So I'm just using this one to see how we can go. So that was the last break of structure. So let's see something. Yeah. So let's wait for the market to come down to this area. Okay. For those that have not been riding this with us, funny part is I have that feeling that it might still come back to this zone. Let's look at it on a higher time frame, because the 15 minutes can actually make you okay. So looking at it on the what, on the higher time frame, okay, there's a big possibility. There's a possibility that the market could still come back around this zone. So we are going to just hang on. Okay, it's unfortunate for those that didn't come in. That's our change of character from entry here. That's our change of character from entry there. That's a sweep of liquidity here, because we are looking at the current market for those that are not in, because I'm still in this trade. All right. So that's our sweep of liquidity below. All right. Deborah. So Deborah says, when and where did you send the trade? Deborah, we went on TikTok yesterday and we got that trade. We even got a live trade on gold, and somebody even made $2,000 from that trade. So the thing about people being in the Telegram channel is that they get lazy. They don't come on to class. They just want signals. And I'm not about signals. In fact, I'm a horrible signal provider. So I like people to learn. If you are here to learn, then you're with the right person. But if you're just going to be depending on signals, that's where you got it wrong. So we went live on TikTok. We caught money. We made money on gold on the 1 minute time frame yesterday. For those that are with me, they know. We also, that was when I described how we did GU and EU, and they got in on the trade. Okay. So if you're not coming up on TikTok or YouTube whenever I bring out my time to teach, you might be missing out on a lot, because the truth is, yeah. So the truth is, a lot of people just want signals. So if you cannot make it to TikTok or YouTube, go back. Like YouTube will always leave the live recording for you on YouTube. Go back to it. All right. That's fine, Deborah. You missed out on TikTok, but you're going to make it back on YouTube. So if you could be live here on YouTube, that's fine. But still, YouTube has a recording. TikTok just gives you highlights. So that's the issue. All right. So just relax and see, trading is not by force. You relax. The one that you can do, you do. Okay. So if you couldn't show up for TikTok, at least you're here for YouTube. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. That was the church. Then he gave us a break of structure. Why I'm not using this is because I'm just concentrating on the trend, the mini trend going on here for those that did not get in. All right. So for if you did not get in, you should be waiting for the market. It could come back to this zone. All right. Although I see a beautiful, what I call it, a beautiful flip zone. So let's see whether it could come back there. Let's see on the 15 minutes. Let's look at that zone where the church is. All right. That's the church. Although I don't see anything here. Let me see on the 5 minutes. I'm trying to see how the late comers can get in. Okay. All right. Okay. So on the 5 minutes, it's saying that this zone is all right. Okay. That zone is all right, because I don't want to believe that this thing would come back all the way down here. So I'm looking at a very plausible entry for you. Because if we pull the fib from that entry, if we pull the fib from that entry, all right, to where it gave us a change of character, you should be expecting this market to come down here. All right. And there's beautiful gap and, a void for it to come down to fill. So it either comes back here, or I'm going to be drawing out all the possible zones, or this zone right here. Okay. So for those that didn't get in, you could take a chance. We are still in. I'm still in on this trade. You could take a chance and get in on this zone right here. All right. Or you just wait for this zone right here. Usually the lowest price is actually the better entry for this trade. Don't forget to share the link, tap on the like button, smash that like button so we could help other people that are not seeing me live right now, for them to come in. So this is what I'm seeing for GU. All right. And I'm just going to put it could be this one. All right. Or even better is this one. So if it's up to you as a trader. It's up to you. It's up to you. If I were the one, I'll wait for the last one. If I'm taking this trade now, I'll wait for the last one for it to come pull down all the way to the 1.32680. Then we can take it all the way up. All right. We can take it all the way up. So smash that like button, share the link. I'll drop this right now. For re-entry, for GU, re-entry for GU. I want to see it come down here. I want to, because there's liquidity to be swept here. I don't see liquidity, so it might as well sweep this. So I want to see my re-entry will be 1.32678. Buy limit 1.32678. Okay, 678692. 1.32695. 1.32695. 695. All right. SL remains the same. 1.32571. All right. TP remains the same. 1.33362. 1.33362. All right. Let me increase the fonts because I guess it's looking very small. All right, I think this is better. So for those, for those that didn't get in with us, you should be targeting for that re-entry. All right, and for those that are here, take some money off the table. Remember to take some money off the table so that when it comes down here, you can re-enter. Okay, you can re-enter again. All right, that's how to do it. So if it comes down to this point, you re-enter again. All right, so let's see. I don't think this will hold. Why? Because I don't see liquidity, but this could stand for liquidity here. All right, before it comes down again. All right, before it comes down there again. So let's wait and see. All right, let's wait and see how this plays out. Same thing, they are moving the same way. EU and GU are actually moving the same way. They are moving, in fact, it's so identical. So now for those that didn't get in with EU, now you can wait at the entry again. I mean, EU is too clean. All right. So I see people see, hold on. See, hold on, guys, hold on. So I'm going to be doing GJ. I usually do GJ. I'm going to be doing gold. So just calm down, okay? One after the other. You guys came late and you're already throwing requests. People that were here on time, you came late. So let me put the re-entry. The market is funny this week. Don't worry. So that's a buy limit. Smash the like button, share the link, guys. 1.12892. Okay, SL remains the same. SL remains the same. It's not too much. SL remains the same. 1.1263. TP is the same. You know what? Let's target this high first. All right. Let's target that high first. Just target that high first. So that high is 1.1382. 1.1382. All right. So this is for 15 for Euro USD. All right, for Euro USD. Oh yeah, share the link. Share the link. Don't waste time. Share the link. Thank you. You're welcome, Hamza. Share the link. So I've done GU. We've done GU. We've done EU. I'm going to be doing GJ from the scratch. And if you have been trading for quite some time, but you've not been really profitable yet, if you could just listen to how I analyze and understand my strategy, you might just be better. Okay? You might just be better. Now, this is nobody's asking you to send money, all right? Nobody's asking you to pay. Now, I'm telling you, just pay attention, come online, watch the videos, and get it right. Because if you've been trading for quite some time, I think you will have no problem if you are watching my videos. All right. So yeah, it's gonna be on the channel. It's gonna be on the channel. So right. So that's what we're gonna do. GJ, not everything though. Not everything. Okay, Big Marcel has already said he's in GJ. That's fine. You can't see the coordinates clearly. Really? Yeah, I'm going to be dropping it. I will drop it, but I'm trying to make everybody there work. They are so lazy. Yeah, I think this is better, right? You can see now. All right, let's look at GJ. I think probably you're using your phone. All right. So let's look at it together. I'm going to clear everything. All right, so let's go to the monthly time frame. Let's really see what GJ is doing. All right. All right. So when you look at the trend, you can clearly see on the monthly, it's a downtrend. On the monthly, it's a downtrend. Okay, give me a second. Someone just, on the monthly is a downtrend. So that was the last low, and that was the high that gave us that low. So if I were trading on the monthly, you already know, I can't even shout. I'm waiting for this market to come up, all right, to come up to this zone. For the next sell. All right, I'm waiting for the market to come up to this zone for the next sell. So, but right now, what's happening is she's reacting nicely to this beautiful bearish order block or supply zone right here. She's acting real nice to that zone. Okay. Now we want to see how we can trade within this zone. Remember, on the long run, it's bullish to this point. Has it turned? We don't know. On the monthly, we can't tell. All right, we can't tell. So let's go to the weekly. Now, what's the weekly telling you? The weekly is telling you, it touched here, but on the weekly, she hasn't been able to go below that low. This was the last low, all right? This low, she has not been able to go below this low, all right? That low is still protected. Instead, what happened was she tapped into that bullish order block right here. And what happened from there? She kept going up. Now she's in between this zone and that zone on the weekly time frame. All right, just follow me. It's easy. You have to understand the story. You don't just jump in. Okay, Marcel, do not distract them. Don't make them rush. Okay, don't make them rush. Don't make them rush. You are my mentee, so I don't expect you to fumble, but don't let them rush with your comments, yeah? So they don't jump into trades. Let them calm down. We'll enter. So you can see I'm relaxed, okay? Don't try to jump into the trade. He might have been triggered, but don't jump into the trade. I expect nothing less from him. He's good. So right now we are buying from this zone. But guess what? She's not been able to break that high. So what's the market saying? It's in between that zone and this zone. So we're going to watch and go with what is happening. All right, now we're following the story gradually. What is going on? Since she tapped into this zone, she's been giving us beautiful sells. Yeah, you can see we're going with the story. Remember, we are going with the story, right? That's a beautiful one right there. Okay, so right now she is dropping from that zone. Okay, she is dropping from that zone. And on the daily is saying, this thing has changed. It has changed structure here. It has broken. I mean, it has changed, done change of character at this zone. So daily is telling you, madam, I've done change of character here. Now you sabi, I've done change of character here. That's what the daily is telling me. And then the daily is also telling me I have also done break of structure here. So, madam, whatever you want to do is your business. I've changed structure. All right. So we are going with what we are seeing. So she has said, okay, madam, change of character has happened, break of structure has happened. What you're going to do? So once you see this, you already know, okay, GJ is giving you the sell vibes. It's giving you the sell vibes. And to be honest, if I'm going to be selling, you know me now, I will just cuckoo pull my fib on this daily. Where should I be selling from? I should be selling from around that zone. All right. I should be selling from around that zone here. Okay. But she didn't get there. Instead, she came to this zone here. And this zone has become a serious resistance, pulling the market down. All right. Pulling the market down. But always remember that she took off from here. All right. She took off from here. So you are marking the fact that, yes, she's in between this zone and this zone, but don't play when she comes to this zone. Do not play. Why? Because she's buying from this zone. And this is the ultimate zone for the sell. Because it is moving down, that is why people are selling. It's just a mini move to get in here. So when you get here, you don't want to be caught wanting. So that is why I mark. All right. I always mark my zones. No matter what, I'm marking my zone. Now, she's been selling. That's fine. She has not gotten here. So we should continue the sell. So the last move was from here to here. All right. Sorry, that's the wrong thing. The last move, smash the like button, guys. Don't forget. Smash the like button, share the link. The last move was from here to here. And you can see why Marcel is shouting. I've been triggered. I've been triggered. That's why Marcel is shouting. He's in on a very beautiful trade. And this is even the daily time frame. All right, this is a daily time frame. So he's in on a beautiful trade. Now, I'm going to remove this so that we can follow what's going on. Now, we see that we are selling from here. I want us to go to the 4-hour, which is my medium time frame. All right, so I'm looking at it from the 4-hour. She's dropped to that. He should be getting ready to take some money off the table. Let's look at what's happening on the 15 minutes. This 15 minutes is too much. All right, so okay, it triggered here for the sell. But what is going on right now? Remember, I sell, so if you're buying right now, you're doing a bit of a counter trend trade. All right, you're doing a bit of a counter trend trade. So right now, this was the last move to the top. So I understand, okay, maybe he just got in triggered for the buy. Big Marcel. Big Marcel, are you buying or are you selling? Are you buying or are you selling? All right. Are you buying or are you selling? All right, so let me explain. That's a beautiful change of character. That's a beautiful break of structure. All right. This looks nice. It looks so nice. All right. So this is even the 2-hour time frame. On the 4-hour is very clear. Okay. But I'm not gonna lie. Let's see if we can see liquidity. All right. All right, I see something. But all right. So I see Marcel, this zone could hold nicely for Marcel. So if you're in that buy, Marcel, congratulations. All right, congratulations if you're in that buy. But it's just, please understand that it is currently selling from here. Now let's go and see what's happening. Let's go and see what's happening. So Marcel, hold up. I'm going to tell you where you're going to take your money. All right. So it's been selling from here. You can clearly see this is the right structure. You are looking for the next sell. You are looking for the next sell. On GJ, you are looking for the next sell. So you can see the market structure like that. All right. You can see the market structure moving like that. Okay, so Marcel, be getting ready to take your money around this side, but let's see it more on a bet. Let's see more structure on a lower time frame. Let me just see how the 30 minutes looks. 30 minutes looks fine. So if you're buying from here, congratulations. But remember, you are just taking a pullback. It's actually a sell going on. All right, it's actually a sell going on. You are just taking that pullback into the next buy zone for the next sell down. All right, so congratulations, Big Marcel. I thought as much. You are buying. So let's follow the structure. Let's follow the structure. Okay. All right. So this is what we are seeing for the structure on the 30 minutes. All right. On the 30 minutes. So I'm actually going to be looking for where market structure swept before coming down. All right. That's the one I'll be looking out for. Okay. That was the last move to the downside. I'm not really seeing liquidity in between. I'm not really seeing liquidity in between. Let's look at it on the 15. Still not seeing liquidity in between. Okay. Yeah, so that's the next move actually. You want to see it pull back to this zone. Hello. I'm actually on YouTube now. Can I call you in 30 minutes? I saw it. That is why I was calling you. I saw it. That's why I'm calling you. Don't worry, just calm down. We'll talk about it. All right, yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking this should be the zone, but I'm not seeing liquidity. Hopefully, it will come in here and form that liquidity. All right. But I'm a zone trader. And I expect that this will hold when I see that liquidity coming here. So congratulations if you're on this buy. But I would like to wait. I always like to wait for confirmation. So if you are just jumping in, you know you are wrong. You know you are wrong, Marcel. If you're just jumping in, you know you are wrong. You should actually wait for extra confirmation before getting in. Don't jump into trades. And what is our extra confirmation? That is our extra confirmation on a smaller time frame. Okay, that's our extra confirmation on the smaller time frame. So it's always good to wait for that confirmation. If the 15 minutes is too much for you, you wait for it on the 5 minutes. So Marcel, I hope you waited for your extra confirmation. Now, what is our extra confirmation saying? Change of character, break of structure. And this is the 5 minutes. Now, this is good. So if you're in on this trade, at least you have seen confirmation, double confirmation. All right. That was our break of structure right there. So, yeah. So it even came down after the church into this zone. Nice. So, okay. So you're buying. That's congratulations. That buy is valid. So the buy is valid, but where are we taking our buys to? No. You don't understand. Even if you set a buy limit, before you set a buy limit, you should be able to see your confirmations. All right. What was your confirmation? Did you see confirmation before setting the limits? Yeah, so there's a difference. So you setting the limit is fine. But what I'm saying is that was an aggressive entry because you didn't wait for extra confirmation. Aha. So great job, anyways. Great job. So we are buying from here. For those that are in on this buy, congratulations. So this buy, let me use the 5 minutes to do my thing. So, okay. So if you're in this buy, this is where I'll wait anyways. So it hasn't triggered for someone like me that want to see that market come back down into this zone. Okay. I want to see it come back down into that zone. But if you have the guts, I mean, go ahead. I will wait. So for the sell, for the next sell, which is my real trade, I want to see the market pull back up. I want to see the market pull back up. I've not seen that pullback yet. That's a zone. That's a zone. That's a zone. I want to see pull back up, then I would rather take that sell. All right, because it's a sell going on right now. How do we know? Do you remember on the high time frame? On the high time frame, that's the stuff here. On the high time frame, we want to see it pull back all the way to this zone here. All right, that's what we want to see. So right now she stepped into the sell. We know this is where we are going for on the high time frame. So this will just be a pullback, Either this is the 4 hour. I want to see a pullback to this zone, then this thing will be valid. This is the 4 hour. 4 hour is even saying it has not activated yet. So if you're in that buy, congratulations. That buy is looking good for that buy. So GJ, those that are buying, please be very careful. Buy up to here. Let me see let me leave this thing for you. I'm going to leave it right there for you. Let's take it up to this zone first. Marcel should be in mad profit now. I really want to see a pullback into this zone. Okay, I want to see pull back into that zone, sweep that liquidity and pull back into that zone. That's what I want to see. So if it triggers, my buy limit is this. If not, we forget the trade. Buy limits. All right. Buy limit at 190. I want to see it pull back down there. Buy limit at 190.4759. 190.479. Okay. SL. SL 190.433. TP 191. 191. Ooh, this thing, please come back to me. Come back. Let's see if we can catch that move. 191.137. All right. So, hey, my goodness. Come on now. See that move. Sheesh. Chai. I would really want to see that pull back. So we're just going to wait. We don't have a choice. We're going to wait. If it comes back, fine. If it doesn't, we move. All right. Remember, this is just a pullback, a small pullback to continue the sell. So be very, very careful. All right. Be very, very careful. Yeah, so around this zone. Yeah, so it's fully returned now. Now it's the fib has seriously activated. So those that are waiting for sales, this is a good zone for that sell. Okay, you want to see liquidity being created here, and yes, it's going to delay them. For those that are already in the buy, you will see small problem around this zone. then that is showing you that this sell will hold, all right? Because this is the real trade here. Okay. So you want to see it pull back into that zone. So for those that are taking the sell, for those that will wait for the sell, okay? So this is a 1:3. This was, okay, because we took it from, what? How is this bigger? How is this bigger? Wow, that buy will make sense. So let it just pull back here. Come on, that would be nice. Come on, that would be nice. That 4 hour, that would be nice. So wait for your buy limits. If when we see the sell, we get in, the sell has to happen. Let her break structure. She did not break that structure. So the only thing it could do, pull back to here to break down. But we'll also wait for confirmation. Since this has been confirmed, yeah, that buy is fine. All right. So let's see. If you're already in that buy, that's fine. If you're already in that buy, we're moving up nicely. Okay. Now, now let's see. We've done GU, we've done EU. I want to see gold. All right. I want to see gold. Marcel, congratulations. But I want to see this thing pull back down small. Be praying, let it come and carry people like us that didn't get in on time. Okay. It might get here and do that. Anyways, let's see. It might get here and pull back. I like to see live trades like this. All right. So the next one we're looking at is gold. Okay, so we caught that move, that beautiful move, small move like this. Once we saw structure on a smaller time frame, I mean, that move was so sweet. On TikTok, we caught that move, that small move there. So I'm going to be taking it out. Gold is obviously still very bullish. All right, so let's see it from the high time frame. So gold is bullish. You can see on the high time frame, we've got the sell is done. The sell is done. You can see on this is the daily time frame. She's taking off from that beautiful zone, and she's shown us that she's ready to move up. If you come to the 4 hour, you can see the beautiful break of structure, change of character, break of structure. She's been going up nicely. All right. She's been going up nicely. Now, the next zone for the buy is what we're looking for. The next zone for the buy is what we're looking for. Okay. Next zone for the buy. In fact, this is just going to All right. So next zone for the buy, that was the last break of structure to the upside. Yes, there was a pullback. Then it moved up. That was the last break of structure on the 15 minutes. Let's look at it one more time on the 4-hour, because I don't really enjoy trading on small time frames if I don't know what's happening. So the 4-hour is actually telling us that was the last break of structure before that moved to the upside. The 1-hour is telling us there are also two break of structures. Let's see the 2-hour. I like 2-hour time frame. It gives me much clarity. Okay. So 2-hour is saying, just forget this one. But 15 minutes is saying, don't forget anyone. So what we will now do is look for the one that has swept liquidity. All right. Before that move, there was a beautiful sweep of liquidity here. Beautiful sweep of liquidity to the downside. All right. Beautiful sweep of liquidity to the downside. Break of structure to the upside. Now, if I pulled my fib, okay, if I pulled my fib, we want to wait for it to come down to this area. And this all will serve as liquidity. What's going on? All right. So, but there's a lot of void to be filled. There's a lot of void to be filled down below. But we know how gold behaves. We know how gold behaves. So I'm going to look at, I'm not going to take this for granted. Why? Because I can see my sweep of liquidity below. I can see my break of structure, and I can see liquidity here. There's liquidity here. Okay, so on the 15 minutes, it's looking like this would hold. All right. All right, looking very much like this could hold. Okay. On the 4-hour is telling us to chill for it to come down a little bit more, which is not an impossibility. So 4-hour has given us a change of character here, has given us a break of structure here, and the thing kept running up. So 4-hour is saying there's a zone here as well. It could come down to. And 4-hour is saying there's another zone right here. It could come back to. All right. So there are zones, possible zones. All right. But because we take the trades from the 15 minutes time frame, and we have seen our structure, or lie, I can't let this one go. So there are other structures down. Just be ready for it. If it hits SL, you're waiting for the next one. That's how you trade. You don't say it must be like that. But you have to be very open-minded and objective. All right. You have to be very open-minded and objective. So on the 15 minutes time frame, all the things click. Everything looks nice. There's a big ass gap here. There's a nice other block around here. Liquidity is in between. I mean, my fib is telling me it's nice to wait there. I mean, there's really nothing else I'm looking for. Everything is looking nice. But if it doesn't go along, that is the market for you. You just wait for the next zone. And this is what's happening with gold right now. Gold is just running off. Nobody understands why gold is doing, except that she's a safe haven asset, and things like that tend to happen with safe haven assets. But if you're a very conservative trader, you will say, no, you want to wait for it to pull back. That's fine. You can wait for that next zone below. I'm not going to be dropping this for anyone because I know how gold can be. I will not be dropping this for anyone because I know how gold can be. All right. But we want to see this thing pull back and move up. That's the way it should be. But gold can decide to come here and keep running up. That is gold for you. And if you look to the right, you will see that that zone has been holding for a very long time. So that is another reason that it might not even go. It might just continue from there. Okay. Let's see this zone. That zone that we marked here. That's another zone. Things have been happening on that zone. So let's see You just have to wait. We'll leave gold out of it. Gold has many possibilities. And your GJ is looking good. Your GJ is looking good. Another thing I would like to look at is US oil. US oil. So, US oil, thankfully, we did not fall for that trick because remember, we saw that it was not balancing out. It had given us a church, but it had not given us a break of structure. Pilot was suggesting, Pilot, if he's here, he was suggesting that we will take a sell, okay, that we are going, no, we'll take a buy, a quick buy to the next point for the sell. Unfortunately, what did US oil do? It still came down furthermore. That is why I said always wait for your extra confirmation. Now, she gave us a change of character here, but she did not give us a break of structure. That was why I was saying, until we see that, we are not going in. Now, even on the 15 minutes, we could see change of character. We didn't see break of structure, which is why this baby tumbled down. So we were waiting for it to break that zone here. All right, she did not. So if she did not break it, we were still going down. Now look what happened. Look what happened. It has come down all the way, giving us a new break of structure on the smaller time frame. Okay. Now, of course, until you see your break of structure, until you see your change of character, you can't go anywhere. It has just given you a break of structure to the downside. Now you want to see it break structure to the upside before you can enter for that buy. So now we've not seen that. Let's see what happened in the 1 hour. Now on the 1 hour, this is where it gave you that church. This is where your church happened. But guess what? It has not given you a break of structure. So you cannot just go in. Now I'm going to rearrange everything. This would have been your new break of structure right here. All right. I'm not seeing anything, so I'm not going in. So as easy as that. I need to see a break of structure. Then I will go in. If not, it could come here and sell again. Okay. Although it is taking off from a very good demand zone, it's taking off from a very good demand zone. You still need to see your confirmation before you go in for any trade. It will help you a lot, save you a lot of drama. So right now, we've seen the church happen here. All right. Break of structure has not happened yet. So we wait. We are serious about this buy. Like the buy, they enter our eye too much. We are waiting for this buy so bad. All right. We want to see that buy so bad. This buy here. If it breaks, we want to buy so bad. If it breaks this zone, I'll be waiting for the next zone for a possible buy to the upside. So US oil is not ready. But if you are that crazy trader that would prefer to continue the sell, be my guest. But right now, we know that she's in the buy territory. That's why we are waiting for extra confirmation before we buy. I'm not going to go against that, okay? I'm not going to try that. Okay, so let me see. This looks very much like, no, it don't work. That was our change of character. Okay, so let's wait for US oil to trigger, all right? Now, the last one is Euro. I think somebody wants, Deborah, Emmanuel, Pilot, this is your own already. What's the one you wanted for Deborah? See this thing, eh? Oh, Lordy. This NAS is acting up real serious. It didn't come to where we were waiting to catch that sell. It did not come at all. The thing just came into this beautiful order block here on the 4 hour. and don't. Oh, now I see why. You see, it actually came here on the, oh, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. All right, so I see now. I see. So it's already, the sell already started. Oh, I see. I didn't see that before. And that was beautiful liquidity swept and into that. Oh, I didn't see that before. I didn't see that before. We expected it to come up a little bit higher. Yeah. So we expected, oh, I see. All right, that's fine. So I want to see it come down here. That's the next possible zone for the buy. All right, these are internal structures. All right, these are internal structures. That's an IBOS, internal break of structure here. All right, so right now she's gone down. We want to see it come all the way here. Why? Because the major structure is still a buy from this zone. So we want to see, that was the last break of structure. If we pulled our fib, so we wanted to cut that counter trend trade into the zone, pull our fib, we'll see. It's currently resting there. It's currently resting there. So let's see, at the opening bell, it might just push it up. So we're going to wait for confirmation, probably on the 5 minutes, because I know how it is with NAS. It moves very well on the 5 minutes. So I want to see it break this zone here. Then I'll be going in for a buy. So I'm going to set an alarm. I hope people have not forgotten to share the link and smash the like button. Don't be like that. Yeah, so I want to see it break, because I see a change of currency happened. So I would love to really see the market push up a bit more, break that and move. All right, then we'll enter that sell, that buy, sorry. Because it looks very much like the sell is over. Yeah, that zone is beautiful. So we want to be sure it's going to take off from that zone before we get in. All right, we want to be sure it's taking off from that zone before it gets in. All right. Like it's moving already. So we're going to take this live trade. I'm telling you, if she just breaks this zone, we are in. I want to see that internal break of structure here. All right, fine. All right, guys. Someone is asking for, I think I'll just do USD CHF and we call it a day. USD CHF and we call it a day. All right. Share the link, guys. This is the last one I'm doing. I wonder why people like CHF, USD CHF. I don't trade it. It's just been pouring down like crazy. It has not even started going up, has it? Let's see. All right, so on the weekly, we've seen a change of character, a break of structure. All right, so it looks like she's been going up. Okay, that was the next low, next high, has broken down low. It's crazy what this thing is doing here. So let's do this. Let me see. Okay, so looking at USD CHF, right? We know it's a pull, it's a downtrend. We can tell it's a downtrend, even on the monthly. It's a downtrend. And the next place we should be waiting for that next sell. This was the last move. This was the last move to the downside. Okay. So I want to see her pull up to this zone. She's created a bunch of liquidity around this area, which is looking so nice. Now I would be waiting here for the next for it to pull back to this zone. Let's see. Now, if we are going to be buying to this zone, she has to have given us a change of character, break of structure. I can see it on the weekly time frame. I can see that break of change of character and break of structure. On the weekly, we will be waiting around this zone for the next buy for the sell. All right, let me see what's going on. So right now, let's continue. Now we are waiting for that next buy to move up here. She's still dropping, so let's watch what's happening on a smaller time frame. It's even too much for me. Gosh. All right, beautiful. So on a smaller time frame, we see that beautiful downtrend happening. No, that's not the lower one. That's the lower one. What's happening here is what I want to see. Let's come down to the 4 hour. Four hour is telling you what? That this thing has turned around from here. You can clearly see change of character. You can clearly see break of structure. All right, so we follow what we see. All right. Now, with that being said, what's the market doing? Creating a bunch of liquidity around that side. This is the 4 hour time frame. All right, this is the 4 hour time frame, creating a bunch of liquidity around that side. So you want to see the market pull back down here. Okay, on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, this zone seems to be holding because look at that. That zone seems to be holding. Sweep of liquidity to the upside, change of character, and it got into this zone. But has it given us a new high? No. So it's a bit of a consolidation going on here. a bit of a consolidation going on here. I will stay out of this market. Unless you want to catch in betweens, I would stay out of this market. So she tapped in here again. What is she doing? She's even consolidating in a consolidation. Nah. Came back, tapped in here. Nah, I'm not interested in this kind of structure, to be honest. I'm not going to be trading this, and I will advise you stay away from it, because this is consolidation in a consolidation. I mean, after giving us that high, she's been unable to break that high. She's just moving sideways. So there's no need to bother yourself when you see something like this. I mean, stay away from it. She gave you a sweep of liquidity here again. Okay. Gave you a change of character here. All right. Came back here, gave us a break of structure on the side. I'm not interested in this trade, in all honesty. I don't like trades that stress me. No. So if you want to wait for a buy, go ahead and wait for it to pull back here. But as for me and USD I'm not taking that trade. I don't like structure like that. It's not clear. Why will I stress my head about this? You choose your trades. Choose your trades. What the hell? What kind of nonsense? It's consolidating in a consolidation. What? So this is your consolidation. Your first round of consolidation is here. Second round of consolidation is now here. I mean, who does that? It's not doing nothing. So I'm not going to bother myself about that. But with the last structure, there has been a change of character again, and it has dropped here to continue the move. Okay. So if you're interested in catching this, which I don't think I should, I mean, you should be getting ready to take a buy. That was the last move here. Should be waiting for it to come back to this zone for the next buy. So right now, I'm not interested. For USD CHF, this is what you get. I mean, once you see trades like this that want to stress you, you're the trader. You determine how hard your life will be in this forex. Why bother going through that stress? I hope you're good. Who asked for USD CHF? Deborah. No, it's a consolidation in a consolidation. Why would I want to go through this stress? It's not necessary. I don't like it. So far, the NAS is closer than we think. NAS is looking good. I'm waiting for that break of structure. Once it makes noise, once my alarm goes off, I will be shouting, everybody come, oh, you know, and I believe it will push up at the opening bell, which is going to be around 2:30. Yeah, 2:30. That's 9:30 New York time. So I want to see it pull up, break off. This is the closest we can get for a trade today. And we have looked at Euro USD. So, okay, you see what I told you, that she might come back in here. So we're waiting for Euro USD to do the do and come back in there. Right there. Looks like she's going through with it. Now, when we see that pull back into the zone, we're expecting the next high. We're expecting the next high, hopefully. So this is what I have for Euro USD. Just a recap, and this is what we have. Want to see it pull back like that. It's the same move we're having on GU as well. Although some of us already got in early. All right. So we have GU as well. Want to see GU move up. We've seen EU, we've seen GU, we've seen NAS, we've seen US oil. US oil, we're waiting for an extra confirmation. We've seen gold. All right. This zone is looking very, very possible with gold. All right. So wait for that to happen. If not, you wait for this or the lower ones, because these ones look so good as well. All right. It looks so good as well. So let's see how it's going to happen. All right. Okay. I want to see it pull back here and take off. If it doesn't work, you wait for the lower zones. All right, that's all for now. Oh yeah, the coordinates for GU, EU, I'll be dropping them in the chat in the Telegram channel. If you've not joined my Telegram channel, please hurry and do so. And for those that have been crying that they want me to do, because I've not done mentorship in a while, the mentorship is on now. Hurry up, sign up. There's a deadline. There's a deadline for those that want to come in early. It's going to be cheaper or more affordable. Then for those coming in late, the price is there. So go on my Telegram channel, grab that discount right now, and I'll see you guys. Take care now. Bye.